Legion, Azrael here, like always, and we got some kind of interesting stuff here. This is the AMAs, American Music Awards, all that good stuff. Haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I've been really sick, but I knew that 21 Pilots, not only did they win an award, but they performed. So we're going to be checking out some of their stuff tonight. We're going to be checking out a few clips from the show. We're going to be checking out their acceptance speech for when they have won, and we'll check out their live performance, which for the moment that I saw it was kind of weird. I don't know. Let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about, and let's hope it doesn't give me a copyright strike. Let's go.
It's an honor to present the first award this evening. It's
Oh.
a bigger honor to be in a film with you two,
Okay.
award-winning actors.
She drunk? What's up?
Thank you, baby. Hidden Figures is about three mathematicians who helped get the first Americans into space.
But you don't need to be a math genius to know that one of these nominees is going to take home some new hardware tonight.
There is hardware.
Four favorite pop rock duo
Alright.
or groups
Here we go.
are the nominees. The Chainsmokers,
Never even heard of them. Ooh.
21 Pilots,
Yeah. I mean, DNCE is a cake or whatever it is. It's such a good
And the
song.
American Music Award goes to
She high? Wow.
21 Pilots.
Wow. Fucking drunk or some shit.
this is 21 Pilots' first American music.
It's awesome to see people like this, man, that just started from doing nothing. Just like, I'm gonna try music. And here they are. That's cool.
Hello. We're not really used to this type of stuff, so thanks for bearing with us. There's a lot of people we want to thank, not just for this award, but for everything that's happened for us this past year. But just in case this is the last award we ever win, I want to thank one particular group. I know a lot of artists get up here and they talk about their fans, but we really want to cut through the noise and say to our fans, you guys changed our lives. And I don't know why you guys weren't invited, but next best thing, you sent us in your place, and we're honored to represent you guys here in this weird thing that we're doing tonight.
That's good, man. That was really
Again, just one more
clean.
time to our fans, thank you so much, and to everyone else, who cares, really, it's fun.
See you at the show.
Alright, I think that's pretty much it. I actually didn't check to see. I didn't check to see when it.
Hey, I'm Hannah Jeter.
That's really nice. Hannah Jeter. God damn it, really. Alright, we'll skip her. I thought he said something about a band, and then he just didn't do it. And then he goes, I don't think anybody in the audience actually heard him when he said, I don't know why you guys weren't invited. I thought that was a joke that would have killed. That would have been hilarious. I heard it. I thought it was really funny. I mean, that was smooth, man. When you can play off or I don't even think he's playing. I think when you're genuinely just don't care about where you're at, but you're still respectful that you're there, that you still have the thanks and the respect to be there. That's what plays on this kind of show. It plays to the audience, plays to the fans well. He was like honored, I'm sure, that he got the award. I'm sure he was honored in some way, that he was recognized, that he and Joseph and Josh, was it Josh? I can't remember their names. Oh wait, what is it? Isn't like one of them? Isn't it like the middle name? I can't remember. I'm sure at some level deep down, after you get past them trying to promote this message and this like positive way of like looking at people that may have a problem, I think deep down or after all that stuff has been recognized, he's thankful that he was recognized not just as a musician but as a performer, and also being recognized as how they were. It also kind of recognizes or validates the message he's putting out. So overall, I think that because he seems like a person that just doesn't care. He could have cared less if he was invited or won an award or any of that, because that's not what it's about. Because that's what really, really humble people that aren't annoying, that's how they feel. They're like, it's really cool that I was nominated, and it's even cooler that I got, the award, and I'm glad I got it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. But, this is what we're about. And he kind of showed what he was about by saying, who cares, whatever, about the rest of the crap, right? About the system, about the TV play-up. He just, thanks to the fans and for everybody else, who cares, really? And I think that kind of showed that, you're honored, but, you could have done without. You weren't jonesing for this award. That's kind of cool, and that really plays well on TV, I think. I think that makes you very likable. You're like, yo, man, I just kind of want to do my music, but the fact that I got an award, aces, man, that's cool. I like it. Whatever. I'm going to go back to doing my music now. And that people go, oh, that guy's kind of cool. That guy's, yeah. And especially when you're very likable and then you say whatever and stuff like that to like the whole system, everybody's like, yeah, that's freedom and all that stuff. But we got one more clip to watch. I kind of rambled a little bit there. Let's watch this bizarre, absolutely bizarre performance by these guys. And more of their stuff. Let's go. I haven't seen her since the last Resident Evil. Jesus, but that's the...
So they won an AMA earlier tonight, and they're one of the most electrifying acts in modern music. 21 Pilots!
I don't know if it's low for you guys. It's kind of low for me. It's a different version. Stress out. Do they do the weirdest shit with the fucking... Alright, I'm liking it so far. It's just two of them, man. That dude don't give a fuck. He looked like some of the reactors we see on YouTube. Just oh god, fucking girls sometimes. I think this is kind of a medley. It's a good song, man. Probably one of my favorites.
They say newcomers have a certain smell. Yeah, trust issues, not to mention. They say they can smell your intention. You'll have another freak show sitting next to you. You'll have some weird people sitting next to you. You'll think, how did I get here sitting next to you? But after all I've said, please don't forget.
Maybe it's not a medley, maybe I was wrong.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.
He's singing it just a little different, man.
Some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice to sing some better words.
It is a medley, kind of.
Chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think.
It's very weird, man. I'm not really feeling it a whole bunch. It's very cool, but
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama said us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good
their musical performance is great. I'm not really digging the singing part.
Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We build a rocket ship and then we fly it far away.
It's just very weird.
Out of space, but now they're laughing at
Which is probably what he wants to do.
Wake up, you need to make money. We used to play pretend, give each other different names. We build a rocket ship and then we fly it far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. All my friends, all my friends, all my friends.
I'm kind of liking it though. It's kind of.
All my friends, all my friends, all my friends. All my friends, all my friends, all my friends.
Dude. There's actually a part that I just missed that I wanted to try to listen to.
One is an actress recording artist.
Alright, that's nice. Hold on. There's actually a part that I wanted to hear. Okay, that was... Hold on, wait, let's just... Come on. I can't skip very far. Well, just listen. I swear to God he said bunny. Alright, there's like this debate that went on. This one person in the comments said, all the lyrics on the internet that are typed out are fan-made. Well, that's bull, first of all. There are some companies that have official lyric transcribes and the whole song. The whole song and the meaning behind it. Some companies have an official website dedicated to transcribing songs so that you don't mistake one of the lyrics. Now, on Blurry Face, it's used to play pretend bunny, used to play pretend wake up, you need the money. And that was on, I checked, I think, 5 or 6 different websites looking for that thing, and they all said bunny. Now, this one person was like, the only thing that matters is whatever and the lyrics on the CD. I mean, things can change from when a CD has been printed, because you can't go back and reprint the stuff on the CD. The CD stays that way for the most part, or the album. Could have been a typo. Could have been anything. It could have been that one thing. It could have been changed. But what I hear, because I mean, as a kid, a lot, younger, I would hear something from like AC/DC or Ozzy Osbourne and think it was a completely different lyric. Like, I'm trying to think of that Bark at the Moon song by Ozzy Osbourne. It was like, what did I used to think it used to say? It was like, bark at the moon, and I used to think it was like, blanket the something. Or like, park at the something. Def Leppard. I used to hear things weird. As I've gotten older, excuse me, I haven't made a mistake on a lyric that I could fully hear in a long time. There's still songs where I'm like, oh, they saying? I have no idea. I swear on me mum mate that a lot of the websites that I went to are not fan things. Maybe it's just wrong. Maybe that all these different companies, maybe all of them have gotten something wrong. I almost kind of want to Google it now just to kind of know. But it sounds weird if you have the, wake up, you need to make the money, and then used to build a rocket, and then money again. I mean, I guess it could be money twice, but I don't think it would sound very... maybe people are like, no, that sounds fine because that's how we've heard it. But there's a lot of us in the comments that were like, no, it's bunny. It's like, well, one person was like, nope. It was like Jesus fucking Christ or something like that, which was making me laugh because, excuse me, because I've looked for it all over the place, except for Googling what is the lyric, which I'm so sure I'll get sent to like freaking Yahoo or Ask or some jack off place like that that's going to be nothing but speculation all the way down. At least where I went, it was a bunch of different lyric websites that all had the same transcribed song. I think it's very crazy. It's astronomical that all these companies or all these online places, these websites, could transcribe every single line, every single word correctly, but then they get to the very bottom and they all get that one word because one of them's bunny, one of them's money. Now, 21 Pilots doesn't seem like the kind of group that makes all the sense flat out in their lyrics, right? They say something that's so absurd, but then when you go, wait, what did he mean by that? Let's think about it. Oh, that might have been like a, that might have been kind of like a simile or something like that to poverty or mental illness or something like that. Why did he say it that way? Because that's how it came into his... What the hell do we know that bunny may actually mean? Hell, bunny may not even be the traditional word. Don't exactly know. According to one person, the CD has money for both parts of those lyrics, and everywhere else on the internet, everywhere else you can ever look, says bunny. Let me know what you think the actual saying is down below. And with that, I think I'm going to get out of here, guys. I didn't like the beginning of the performance lyrically at first. I didn't really like the tone he was, the way he was doing it, the way he arranged it, because it's too different from the original. I'm one of those people that sometimes when you find, especially with a band like 21 Pilots, where I don't listen to them fluently, I don't listen to them all the time. Car Radio, I'm not really a fan of that song. And I think that any band that you're really not a fan of, not because you think they're bad, because it's just not your style, that can make not just one song, which like Christina Aguilera, I'm like, nah, I don't care for her music. But she has some music that's like, damn, that's quality. That's, it's out of the other bullshit that she does, which is way over the top. But some of her music actually has like good music, good vocals, and I'm like, if you as a performer can make one person that's just not into your kind of music like a song from you, that's a huge thumbs up. You did a great job. And Heathens and Stressed Out are some of my favorite songs to listen to. I'm not generally a big fan of their music just because of I don't really need, I'm not a teenager. I don't need to be depressed anymore. I've lived all that stuff, now I just like more aggressive music. That's really what it comes down to. Right now, at least, I'm either into dubstep remixes of like Michael Jackson songs, Dragon Ball Z, The Nightmare Before Christmas, hell, AC/DC's Thunderstruck, or, Pour Some Sugar on Me dubstep. Pour Some Dubstep on Me, which is, Def Leppard cover. I can go with that stuff, or I can go with just rock to metal to scream. I don't know why I'm just into this loud, aggressive just phase right now. Not really into stuff with like this crazy meaning behind it. So I found Heathens, I found, Stressed Out, and I really liked those songs specifically. Those were the ones that really grabbed me into the world of 21 Pilots. And when you change something up that somebody like me is just a huge fan of, and specifically because it's the way it is, and you go into a performance like this and they do it like a different way, of course people like me are going to go, not the greatest fan. And then by the end of it, I was like, yo, it's actually pretty good. I actually kind of like the way they're arranging it. I like the energy they put into the performance. It was all kinds of crazy. Me generally, I don't know how to put that into regular right English, I am not a fan of live performances in general. I don't like them. I like the studio performance better. I'm not a huge fan of live. That's just, I don't like it. That's just not my thing. I remember I think I used a comparison to Muse, another band, and who they kind of reminded me of for a second. And somebody was like, yo, I definitely get a Muse feel from them. That's really cool. And I'm like, yeah. Not a whole bunch. It was like that one song, very, very small. They weren't like heavily influenced or anything. But Muse was considered to be one of the greatest live performances in a long time. Or at least that was the consensus some years ago. And I was like, as someone that does not like live performances, I was like, oh, hey, I actually kind of liked it. So I think for me, if it's going to be a live performance, the standard's pretty high. I don't like live Super Bowl stuff because it's usually not the greatest, unless it's super energy and action-packed, which is one of the reasons why I like this performance so much, because the energy they put into it, the craziness that they were going into, them playing, I'm so glad that the way they play is not a culmination of a studio. They still can play the bass, the drums, anything. They can still play it live just as good as they would in a studio, which is really cool. And I'm sure that Tyler, is it Tyler? God, I'm so sad that I can't. Don't chew me out because I can't remember their names. I'm bad with names when I don't watch or listen to something a lot. I'm so glad that I'm sure he could sing fine, but he wanted to do something different. This was his time to shine. This was a performance that he didn't plan, that he didn't have a mission to go do, that he didn't get a venue sold out to do it. This was somebody that came up to him, both of them, and said, yo, we want you to perform at the AMAs. And he's like, all right, I'll just do something crazy that I wouldn't do at a normal show, and I'll just compose something for the way we do things a weird way. And I like it. That's all that matters, pretty much. And the fans are always going to like it. So, geez, we're in a 21-minute video. For anybody that's watched all this, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I put you through all this talking. Had a lot to say, man. People usually give me a lot of thumbs up saying, yo, I like that you put a little bit more conversation in instead of just a blank reaction and then done. And I like doing reactions like this, too, because I have a lot to talk about, man. I have a lot to say with 21 Pilots or anything else I react to. I put the full effort and thought and ideas that I have for anything that I would do if I was musically inclined, or if I was making a TV show or a cartoon or something else. I would put my own thoughts into how I would do it or how I received it or whatever. So I hope you guys enjoy, the conversation that we're all in here. I hate typing. I honestly do. It's not my thing. So I try to get everything I want to say out in the video. Not so I don't have to go down and, type some more crap to whoever's asking me a specific question. Hopefully I answered it here, and you guys can just comment on whatever I've already said, and that way we have a discussion that way. So anyways, with that being said, geez, my throat. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you want to discuss anything we've talked about on this channel, on this video specifically, you can leave a comment down below. Love to see all the comments. I am behind. I've been really sick for the last 2 weeks almost. It's just super, super not real. When you have like a migraine that lasts for like days, you don't want to be reading comments. It's just, you don't even want to be looking at a monitor. So apologies if you've commented and I haven't gotten back to you in like almost 2 weeks to a week. So sorry. I've been really under the weather. I'm just so glad the strep throat part is gone and I can make videos right now. As you can tell, it's gone. And yeah, once again, my name is Azrael. I'll see whatever video I'm doing next. And if you like the video, you like the content, you can always like, subscribe, and share. Remember, it's you. I do appreciate it, though. Let's cut this out before 25 minutes. Jesus. I hope you liked the video in general. I hope you liked checking out their content in the AMAs. If you didn't catch it, I hope you got to see what you missed, just for a small part, and enjoyed it. Later.